All right, welcome everyone to another episode of Social Cafe Interactive Web, and today we're gathering to uh, to talk about how to make money during the holiday season, or to add to what you're making, or if you're making, um, a side hustle, whatever, because it gets a little tough during this season. I think anyway, this seems to be the hardest period of the year. Things are a little different as far as the money making. I don't know. Does anyone else see that?
That's why it's
Well,
called the
work slows down.
Black Friday.
What about Black Friday?
That's why it's going from red to black, right?
Theoretically, I don't know if
Yeah,
they did this year.
I hadn't thought of that. That's an interesting point.
that the figure is getting into black from red to black.
That was one reason supposedly. But the thing is, this year Amazon's laying people off like crazy right in the middle of Christmas shopping. So I haven't. Have you seen any numbers? Is Black Friday and Cyber Monday supposedly up or down this year?
Yeah, we are in a downturn, but well, of course you could make money in different ways, or save money. That could be earning also in a way.
Don't buy anything. That would be one
Yeah,
one
yeah,
thing. I'm
cutting
trying to do
cost.
that.
Yeah, so
When did
Well,
but
that term Black Friday? When did that
it,
term come in?
I
a
I
long time ago.
a long time ago. But I learned that from because here in Sweden you didn't hear about that in Europe. But then you learned about it that it was end of the year before Christmas and Yuletide and season and holiday. Often, like regular stores was having that at the end of the year, and then it was of course the e-commerce. So that's what I have heard about. But it could be different from different. How to say fields and categories and so on.
Tom, you're thinking?
Well, I know I posted this uh, in the chat earlier, but it's clear that the ATMs are running out of money because every time I go to one, it just says insufficient funds. So
Mhm.
And it's in the machine.
Uh,
I didn't realize that till I saw you guys tweet that.
okay, now you guys realize that a human takes money and puts it in the machine every day, right? Sometimes more than once a day. I don't.
yes,
The
but the
really old
message of
ones, there was a belt and you sat the money on the belt. But when I used to maintain them, there were cartridges and you'd stuff them full of $20 bills.
when it gets to the point that I have to explain my jokes, I just don't know what's come over this crowd here. Why
Well,
would the machine say insufficient funds? Because the machine didn't have any money,
yes.
or I didn't have any money to take out of it.
Yeah, but
That's what
No,
insufficient
I
funds
think
means.
it. I think the machine. Well, that's telling you the machine ran out of money.
but
No, it's
I have
telling me
been
I ran out of money.
yeah, but I have been at that
Oh,
place
Okay.
that they
that
loaded
never
them,
dawned on me.
and now I don't have a silver money here, but that's paper bills, and we could look if that's money or not, if it's real money or not.
Well,
But I've been
it's a,
standing outside the ATM and waiting because they were running out of paper bills. So they were, as Gail was saying, it was time for them to fill out or how do you say, stack or whatever, add the paper bills. And I heard that when I was putting my card in, and I heard something on the other side talking, and then you
yeah.
wonder what will happen with my plastic card now. Will it, will I get it back or what will happen? And then I saw them coming around and say, okay, now it's okay. So, yeah,
If the
they
person
could run
said
out
handle
of money
back.
even if you have funds there. But I got the, I think, Tom, I think I got the joke. So,
Yeah, I didn't catch it because I figured Tom is so affluent that he would never run out of money.
yeah, so,
Oh my.
yeah, so
I
that's
didn't
the
catch
thing.
it, obviously.
Yeah,
I was thinking, oh no, we're really in trouble. But there are
yeah,
banks that are, you said, that are shutting down.
The
Yes.
Fifth Bank collapsed a few weeks ago, and there's a whole bunch of banks that are in trouble now because the bond market went down. So normally the money they have to sit on, they buy bonds with it for long-term stability,
Mhm.
but the bond market collapsed. So now they don't have the amount of money that they're supposed to have in case of emergencies, and people are taking out a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys
That
are aware that the whole thing's going to collapse, right?
It is
I
It's a
used to.
miracle they managed to keep it going this long.
Yeah. So again, that joke could be, stuck in your throat if everyone will start taking out the money at the same time. It will run out of paper bills.
It will
So
collapse on that
yeah,
one. I used to
but
follow all this when I was in the financial industry,
yeah,
but it's like I don't want
it's
to know, so it's
yeah.
just go hide.
But it is the cycles, and maybe we'll come back then how you could earn money again. It's the possibilities, and I will catch up with the Twitter feed and the X feed, and
Mhm.
that's the good thing that I see it in cycles also. I mean, if you don't make money at the end of the year, you could make it beginning of next year to keep
Yeah,
floating.
but
Well,
And
Mark,
down crashes tend to last a long time.
it's
It's like interest rates going up. I love the people are waiting for the interest rates to come back down.
yeah,
I bought a house in when the 8 or
it have been
9% in the 70s, and it kept going to like
it have been
16%, 18%, and it took 10 years for it to go back down. So I kind of don't think it's going to go down.
it has been so called how it could make it here in Europe negative. How you make that up? It have been
Well, they
zero
were
or
talking about
minus.
that.
Yeah,
They were talking about going negative before they decided to start going up.
yeah. So it's going up and down, boom and bust. But
Cash isn't
again, is the topic is how to earn more money, right?
how to earn more money.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is still
Yes.
interesting though, the whole financial and how to keep
Yeah.
the
If
economy going.
if we were the government, we would do what the government does, which is increase the money supply,
Yeah.
meaning they just print more.
Yeah. And then
In our world, that's called counterfeiting, and they don't let us
yeah,
do that. So that's like growing up when my mother said, "You can be anybody you want to be," and as I got older, I discovered no, that's actually called identity theft. So
yeah,
there is a balance you have to strike with these kinds of things to make sure you're doing it the way you're allowed to do it.
Well,
So as
soon they're
Martin
gonna.
says, we got to
mm,
earn money. We have to
yeah,
be productive to
Yes.
earn the money. We have to contribute to the gross national product. We can't just go down the basement and print more.
yeah.
Yeah, I think soon they're gonna have you in a cubicle, and they'll give you. You can pretend to be anything you want because the real world isn't going to be doing anything.
Mm.
It'll all be fantasy land time.
Well, that's true,
AI.
but I'm going to have a wheel to run on, and I'm going to have a little bottle of water that I can sip from. It'll be a nice little cubicle.
Yeah. That's coming back to the movie reference that I did the other time. The Office Space, I think it.
Mhm.
So if
Yeah,
you haven't
I
watched
looked
that,
that up.
you
Yeah.
should watch that because that's have not to earning money in a way. It's cutting money, but it's cutting from somebody. But it's I don't want to do the spoiler alert, but it's interesting. So
Mhm.
again, how as a entrepreneur or side hustle and others, you could. I see this time of the year is really a possibility.
We're
But
a little
then,
late
yeah,
because Black Friday and Cyber Monday already happened, but affiliate marketing, some people can still make money at it, but I knew people that were making six figures and they quit because it got so hard when Google
yeah,
took all the traffic away.
Hmm.
And so, but there are year, which seems kind of odd to me, but everybody puts stuff on sale this time of year. One theory is people are blowing their credit cards up. They might as well blow some more. Like Surfer SEO has the big specials going on. I tweeted my link in the cafe Twitter chat, and but I don't know. See, the problem is if things get too bad, nobody's gonna make money doing much of anything. But right now, you could still, like in little towns where I live, people make cupcakes and sell them. They make everything. They make jams and jellies and cupcakes and pies and now in Texas you have to rent a commercial bakery. You can't bake at home, but I don't know that that's true in Oklahoma. I feel like
Yeah.
maybe the cottage laws are better here. They call them
Homemade.
cottage laws. It's the law that
Okay.
lets you sell eggs from your property or that kind of thing.
That's a good point to know the local laws and whether or not you can do that in your home. And
If you let the kids doing it, that's okay, right?
No, because they're
Lemonade
crazy.
stand.
Nah, because the really weird people,
Yeah.
they bust the lemonade stands with the little
That's dumb.
kids in them here. It's really awful. You've never heard of that, where they come and shut down the little kids'
Yeah,
lemonade stand
but
because they didn't have the appropriate
I
permits?
know, but I
oh
want to
man,
live in a positive world. But yeah, I have heard that. But that's
that's kind of sad.
yeah, it is. But that's coming back to find all these new opportunities, different ways. But also again to save money could be because if you have to wait until the end of the year to do the sale or do the Black Friday or whatever, then you could wonder all the rest of the year, right? So that what I have seen with my side hustle. If you buy good stuff at really good cost price, but you pay for something in order to do that in having purchasing power, then you really could do a save instead of waiting until the whole year and then you'll buy that TV or whatever for extra discount. Then you could wonder how much is it marked up the rest of the year, right?
Well, yeah, the corporations created that by
Mm.
making loss leaders that were really crazy
Yeah,
prices. But you can make money year round,
yeah. I think
right?
that's
The only
better.
reason, yeah, the only reason we're shopping on Black Friday and Cyber Monday is that's when people choose to give big discounts.
Yeah.
If they gave big discounts in February, you'd probably shop in February.
Yeah. And
That's good.
I
That's a
mean,
good point.
yeah. So we could find it in different ways, both to have sale and also have an extra sale, or even
Right.
saving.
But there's other ways.
Yeah.
People sell courses.
Yeah.
Tom sells books.
Yeah.
People sell services. Right? People make things to sell or raise things to sell. Lots of ways.
Yeah.
What about Etsy? Does anyone have any success stories or know anyone that's making money on Etsy?
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of people have a whole lot of stuff on there. I have to assume they're making money or they
Yeah.
wouldn't. But
Don't we have
Etsy's kind of pricey.
Deborah talking
Mhm.
about Etsy? Doesn't we somebody on the Twitter chat using?
I bought. I know they
Yeah.
shouldn't have been on our chat. I know that was like I don't agree
So
with
they
them.
sold.
Like
They did a
jumping,
sale,
but you know
right?
what? I bought a bracelet and I like the
Yeah.
bracelet.
I was
know.
almost tempting to do that. So that's a sale, right?
It depends on how people do it,
Yeah.
right? I mean, if you know and like someone
Yeah.
and they mention that they sell stuff, people are going to want to know, right? Like we asked Tom about his book,
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I want to then
right?
buy it, and then we have again the positive thing with the younger generation, so to speak. You have is it the cookies that Girl Scout cookies? Is
Girl
that
Scout cookies,
all
yeah.
the year, or is it often end of the year?
No,
Or
no, it's
Just
a
February.
particular.
Yeah.
It's in the summer, I think.
aha,
But
okay. So
they
it's
only do it once a year.
Yeah.
And I don't know anybody that ever said I hate it when the Girl Scout cookies
no,
people
I
come.
remember I bought
Right?
lots of them, but
That's what I'm saying. You want to see the Thin Mint, people.
Mhm.
but here you have Christmas, Yuletide newspapers and magazines that children are selling at the end. So that is big.
Seriously?
Yeah. So I mean, you buy maybe it's like how do they do it yourself or cooking or whatever magazine.
Right.
All the magazines out there. So the children are doing that often at the end of the year, and then you have a good present or gift for next year. Could be the TV
Hmm.
guide or whatever.
Oh,
that's a big
okay. So
tradition.
they're selling
Yeah.
subscriptions for gifts. I see.
That's a good idea. Okay, so
So
then your hustle is to prepare something, and then you do it every year, and
Yeah,
people get used to that. And
and
but that takes a while to build that up, as far as
yeah,
a
it is. But then you have the
following.
perfect presents and gifts and so on for the holidays.
No, the perfect present is food. Everyone should gift everyone something they can eat
Yeah.
because they're not paying attention. I need it.
That's a good thing.
Consumable, and then they need it the next year because
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah.
Well, and you have to know the person, right? You have to know whether they like salmon
Mm.
or they like fruit
Mm.
or they like baked goods or fruitcake. I like fruitcake. If somebody gave me a fruitcake, I'd be happy. But there's all these jokes about.
Yeah, as long
People
as you
hating
don't become a
fruitcake.
fruitcake, then that's
I had
okay.
a client that's what they did. They sold fruitcakes.
Yeah.
They made money. They made a lot of money. A small business that made fruitcakes. So
And it's Deborah, you know that that's a European tradition, like Italian and British.
Mhm.
You have that old fruit cake that will, well, you will have it for until next year because it's lots of
Yep.
preservings and other things in it.
I
Yep,
used to
my
go
mom
to
had that.
Costco. I used to go to Costco and buy up their fruitcakes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They were the best ones around, large
Yeah.
ones, ring cakes, and
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
and then you'd go to Walmart, you know, and they have these little blocks of that they call fruitcake that are just dry, disgusting, terrible. And that's when people's like, "Well, I don't like fruitcake." It's like, but have
Yeah.
you ever had a good one?
Yeah.
You know, how could you
That's
not
yes.
love a good one that's got all the fruits and all the nuts and
they've
moist
probably
cake?
never
and,
had a good one.
exactly.
They've-
I love
They've
fruitcake.
got one just for you, Tom.
Yeah.
The Yahoo Baking Company, which is in Texas,
Yahoo.
makes a Texas shaped Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Yeah, the Yahoo
The company
Baking
Yahoo.
Company was a client of mine,
Yeah.
and they make a Texas shaped fruit. And I
Okay.
bought one time and gave it as a gift, and the people were over the moon. They loved it.
I'll have to look that up because
There
you're
you
right,
have it.
Tom.
You
It
will do a
has
sale,
you-
Gail. I want that fruitcake.
Yeah, it's
Same here.
yahoocake.com.
According to the
yahoocake.com.
company Yahoo.
Yeah, no, well, no, they're not connected,
No?
but the company's name is
Oh.
Yah-Who
Yeah.
Baking Co.
Yeah.
And their website is yahoocake.com. I had to look it up because that was back when I did pay-per-click, which is
Is that
a
your
really long
affiliate
time
link,
ago.
Gail? That's perfect. You
No,
will
no,
you
no.
will
I'm
make an
just
extra
saying
sale here. That's
they
perfect.
had really good stuff.
Yeah.
I used to buy it and send it to myself. They were my client. I think they sent me something free one time, but I used to buy it. They make cheesecake.
Wow,
Ooh,
I'm
oh
getting
man,
hungry
that
now.
sounds good.
They make chocolate cakes. I
Mhm.
mean, they make their thing is fruitcake, but they make
Mm.
lots of other stuff.
Chocolate truffle torte, triple chocolate
Oh.
cookie pie. This
There you
ain't
have
no
it.
fruitcake, loaded with cherries, etc. Little
It's
ring,
not
half
fruitcake?
pound. No, they're commenting about it. I'm from their
Oh.
site. The carrot cake, Ranger cookies. Oh, I'm in trouble.
Oh, they don't
Yeah,
make
that
cheesecake
sounds
anymore.
that sounds good. But you're
Mhm.
right, Tom. I've had some of the stuff that says that it's fruitcake, and it's like that's not the Walmart. Yeah, the dried out stuff. That's
Yeah, the
like that's
bricks.
not.
They're
Yeah.
like bricks. Yeah.
And
No,
then-
these Yahoo makes really good. They're moist and
Mhm.
tender. They're not like the bricks you buy at the regular store.
My mom used to make them, homemade, and that was excellent fruitcake. I loved her fruitcake. But yeah, I know what you're talking about, Martin, as far as the traditions and stuff. Yes, we had those. I'd always get confused. Like, is this an English tradition or is this a Swedish? I have to
No,
now I have to Google
it's
it to figure out
probably
which one.
English.
We don't know
And
because
Italian.
America is
They have
full
all
of
the different
Europeans.
versions of it.
You
That
know,
makes
the
sense.
Europeans live here, right? Lots of them.
Mm.
Or descendants of Europeans would
Yeah.
probably be more appropriate,
Correct.
more accurate.
That makes sense. I just had this split house where it was mostly English because my mom kind of said, "Hey, this is how we're doing it because it's English," but there was still the Swedish traditions that kind of slipped in there. It's like I didn't know which is which. I just
Yep.
kind of went with it.
Well, just to put some perspective on it, here we are. I don't know when people will listen to this since it's recorded, but here we are just after Thanksgiving. It's not even December yet. And at this baking company, which obviously is holiday focused, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 10 items that are for sale, technically featured products, and only 4 of them are in stock.
Wow.
Wow,
And the fruitcake is not one of them.
they've done well.
Fruitcake's not in stock?
Texas Matter fruitcake ring out of stock. Now they have another apparently a variation on it. It's in a gift tin, Texas Manor Little Ring, half-pound cake, and it's back ordered.
Yeah, everything's out
But
of stock. That's weird because they make them right there in Texas where they are, right?
it's a
And
big
so they're in
state. Do you know where they
Sherman.
are?
Yeah, they're in Sherman.
Okay.
Well, I think
Other end
I
of
know
the
where
state
that
for me.
is.
Maybe they ran a big sale for Black Friday and sold out, and they just have to restock.
And they're doing really well. I think I know where Sherman is. Isn't that where is that at?
I think it's north of Dallas, isn't
That's
it?
what I was. Okay, I was gonna guess Dallas, but I didn't want to sound like I was a Looney Tune if I was completely off. But we lived in the Dallas area, and I'm like, I'm sure we went to Sherman.
Yep.
All right, but like you said, Texas is a big state, so you're the Austin
But you know, a
area, or the
lot of
Dallas
places,
area. Hmm?
there's an organic wool sock company that advertises like crazy, and they had a Black Friday special, and so I went to their website, and everything I want to buy is out of stock, and it's going to be out of stock until after the sale's over. So I have to wonder, why are you still advertising? Of course, maybe they figure not everybody wants what I want, and they got other stuff to sell them. I wanted boot socks, and you can't really substitute anything else for boot socks. So they didn't have any. So that was it. I guess I don't want to buy anything from them.
Well, the question is, will they give you the sale price when they get the socks?
If they were gonna, they should have offered when I asked them that question. So I'm gonna say no.
Because I would think, if you're running a side hustle and you're trying to, make money, wouldn't it be honorable to, or maybe that's not a word anymore that people use, but honorable to offer the same sales price when you get the products back in stock?
You
Or
would think, yes, if they're out of stock, they should, and you're right there on the day, they should give you a coupon or something, or put you on a list to be notified. Yes, that is foolish to spend all that money advertising all over YouTube and Facebook too, and then not have it and then not offer, right? I'll tell you another company. I went to a company and I called them because I want to buy a wheat mill, a flour mill, right? And they said, you should wait until Black Friday because there's going to be a special. And so I'm waiting, and I even called them a second time. Yeah, there's going to be a special. Well, then Black Friday came, there no coupon. So then I called them and said, did I miss it? And I got a nice email that said, because someone told you that there was going to be a special, even though there's not a special, we're going to give you a coupon for a special. And so they gave me 20% off, I think it was. And so then I spent that, and I said, I think I really appreciate that. And because you did that, I'm going to spend that 20% and buy some more stuff.
well, good for them. Good for that was good.
That's a good one. And then we could talk about that. Maybe that could be like for continuing next time. It's good to have a sale. It's good to have like a return sale, or how to say repeat sale, right? Because if you do lots of sales and discount, will you earn? How much will you do in profit if you run out of
Even
stuff?
grocery
and so on?
stores will give you a rain check for
Yeah.
something
That's a
that's
good
sold
point.
out usually.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think, but they didn't, because I actually chatted with them.
Yeah.
And I said, well, can I wait? Will they be back in stock before the sale's over? Is
Because,
there any way I can
I
get
mean,
the sale price? No. Well, I guess I didn't want them anyway.
I admit, for example, like shoes and whatever, things that cost a bit, I could wait and then you buy because it's, on sale. But if you think about it, more time, of course you want the company to be around next time, next year, whatever. So if we're all waiting for the sale, then it could be hurting also. Then of course you have this example that you could mark up, and then you have the sale, and it's really like often
really-
in grocery stores and so on, it's going up and down and so on. So
Well, some of this is problematic. Like Vitacost used to, if you put stuff in your shopping cart and you didn't check out,
yeah, I know.
they would immediately send you a 10% discount.
Yeah.
I think they still do.
Yeah,
And I'm thinking, don't they think that people will just always do that to get the discount?
No.
And I guess they don't care
No.
because they have sales all the time. Vitacost has crazy sales, constantly sales.
Yeah.
you know, and then Swanson Vitamins, they have sales, but most of the time the stuff I want isn't part of the sale.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
you know,
have to tell you the name of this company because there's multiple companies involved. It's a mock mill is what I bought, but it's from Breadtopia. So the Breadtopia people are the awesome people that gave us a discount, even though I think they thought there was going to be a manufacturer's discount special, and then there wasn't, and then they gave me a discount anyway. So Breadtopia, good people, lots of
Yeah.
repeat customers, right? And they're smart. There's a smart thing to do.
Mm.
They sell bread machines and stuff to make bread and stuff to, that kind of thing. But they also sell ingredients, right? And that's brilliant because if you sell the ingredients and I
People
bought
come
the
back
bread
to repeat.
machine, I need the berries to put in the bread machine or the whatever you're going to grind, right?
Mhm.
And they sell all kinds of, unique wheat types, not all wheat, but unique grains that you can't just buy anywhere,
Mhm.
right? And so that was smart of them. They gave people a deal on the bread machine. Now you got the bread machine, you got to buy the stuff to put in it.
Right.
And that's one of the things I bought was the
well,
scale to weigh it on and the berries to put in it.
you know, a
Okay.
coupon strategy can be smart, but if you look at like J.C. Penney and I think it was Macy's, used to be big coupon givers,
Mm.
and new management came in and said, "Well, we're not going to do that anymore." And people said, "Well, okay, then we're not going to shop with you anymore." And they were like, "But we lowered our prices. You don't need the coupon." And the public was saying, "No, no, no, no. I'm used to coupons." And so they jacked the prices up, gave out the coupons, and they went back to the old way. So it's a bit facetious. And by the way, you're probably all familiar with Bed Bath and Beyond. They went bankrupt
Yeah.
and they went away. They're back. They're
Are
back
they?
with
Sort
their
of.
coupons online only. Whoever bought it has reactivated as an online
Out
shop.
Overstock bought it.
Was that who it
Oh,
was?
okay. All
I
right.
knew they did. Hey, we are at time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I
Yes.
don't want to overspend or overextend our welcome here.
We are waiting
But
for a
fascinating
sales,
discussion.
like a special.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
waiting for a
that's
special,
good.
Deborah. What's the special?
Tonight
The
only,
special,
20%
If
off the
you,
time. We're cutting it
yeah,
short. We're
yes, that's good. That's good, Tom. And with that, thank you so much for tuning in Social Cafe on November 28th, 2023. And we will see you next